The OG Karate Kid movies are considered literal cult favorites, which is why when Netflix rolled out its spin-off series Cobra Kai starring Daniel and Johnny as adults with opposite dojos, it was the most watched show ever, no joke. And while there's a lot to love about the series, the incredible fight scenes remain a top favorite. In today's video, we'll take a look at the awesome fights from the show till the present. First up at number 8 is Johnny vs. Miguel's Bullies. This scene is from the first episode of Season 1, Ace Degenerate. It is cemented as one of the greatest fights in our opinion, not because of its amazing sequences, but rather because of its immediate thematic importance to the show. This is the moment that Miguel decides he wants Johnny as his sensei to teach him how to fight. Fans also get to see Johnny in a different light. For the first time, sure, he's not the coolest person in the future, but this scene shows that he's left his days of being a bully himself and instead taken on a much more mature role of protecting others. Plus, it also provides elements of nostalgia because we're reminded of a parallel between Johnny standing up to Miguel's bullies and Mr. Miyagi standing up to Daniel's son's bullies, aka Johnny. Up next, at number 7 is the school showdown between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai. The season 2 finale, No Mercy, had no right being so intense. And by intense, we're obviously referring to the hallway fight because the students of Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai, the stakes were high, emotions were haywire, and a karate buzz was in the air. No way things could go wrong, right? Oh, did we mention that a jealous girlfriend that started it all? This was definitely one of the coolest fights, and it happened all thanks to Sam kissing Miguel at a party. One kiss spiraled into a full fight that spanned throughout the school's hallways. The big showdown immediately came to a halt when Robbie kicked Miguel off the school balcony, causing the boy to be momentarily paralyzed. One of the reasons it's such a fan favorite is because the audience realized that Cobra Kai wasn't just about martial arts, it had characters that we had grown fond of and wanted to root for wholeheartedly. In the wise words of the music band The Killers, "It was only a kiss, how did it end up like this?" Coming up at number 6 is a Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai fight at golf and stuff. The students of Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai, much like their senseis, have always been at odds with each other. They were seemingly at two opposite poles entirely, causing both dojos to frequently bump heads throughout the series, sometimes over petty stuff like harmless pranks, and other times because of its lost love and friendships. But the fight at golf and stuff from Season 3's Miyagi-Do episode won us over, not just because it got the coolest venues, the amusement park, add the location, plus the epic cinematography and lighting, we've got ourselves a 5-star fight, people. The fight basically happens in response to Cobra Kai picking on one of the Miyagi-Do students at golf and stuff. We can really say that Miyagi-Do had the upper hand in the fight because it ended with most of them being beaten up, but that's not the worst part. Hawk ends up breaking his ex-best friend Dimitri's arm during the fight, signaling the end of their friendship and a start of a karate rivalry that sticks for most of the 3rd season. Looking back at Hawk from the 1st season, you wouldn't expect him to hurt the ones he loves, but when he pulled this stunt in Season 3, the audience was definitely shocked. He dropped down their good books for sure, but hey, he redeemed himself by the end. What? Is that a hint at character development? Yes. For number 5, we've got Johnny and Daniel vs. Kreese and Robbie. It's the team up that had glued us to our screens. People, that's right, we're talking about episode 10 of Season 3. It may be a short-lived fight, but it's one that's gotta play out for characters. Poor Ronnie's been manipulated by Kreese into accepting the ways of Cobra Kai Dojo, and since he's emotionally confused after the constant betrayal at the hands of Johnny and Daniel, he decides to train with him. But when Johnny hears the news of Kreese as his son's sensei, he wants to put an end to Cobra Kai and Kreese's tyrannical rule once and for all. Robbie, still hurt by the treatment he received from Daniel and Johnny following the events of Season 2's finale, feels betrayed and decides to fight his father, but Johnny's not on the same page. He keeps on blocking his attacks until he's got no choice but to knock him out. With Robbie out of the way, all that's left is Kreese, who's a big challenger for sure. Daniel enters the picture, who's learned new moves from none other than Chozen, and they both team up to defeat Kreese. Realizing that a team up will be necessary both for the sake of Robbie's safety and for the future of karate itself. Moving on, number 4, we've got Cobra Kai vs. Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do. Remember when we said that Hawk aka Eli will redeem himself? Well, this is the scene that pushes him to reject Kreese's Cobra Kai methods and instead team up with friends to fight the common enemy. Johnny's dojo Eagle Fang made up a ragtag of team of leftover ex-Cobra Kai students, and Daniel's Miyagi-Do decide to finally put their differences aside in the episode December 19th from Season 3, but before they can properly celebrate, Cobra Kai crashes the party and ruins the LaRusso house in the process. Just thinking of all the ripped cushions, feathers everywhere like a bird crime scene, it hurts our hearts, and we're sure Amanda felt the same once she saw her house broke in state, all because of a karate tournament. This is an important fight in the series because alliances are made and friendships are revived. A prime example is, of course, Hawk coming to his friend's rescue and actively preventing Cobra Kai from breaking Dimitri's arm again. At number 3 is Robbie vs. Eli at the All Valley tournament. The fans were really happy when Eli won the fight against Robbie in the All Valley tournament. And we feel the same way. It was really important for Eli, aka Hawk, to win because the last time he faced Cobra Kai, they shaved off his mohawk, effectively removing what made him Hawk. He hadn't just lost a fight, but his confidence as well, because he was displaced from Cobra Kai and lost his part of his identity in the process as well, but he ended up in the finals of the tournament with the help of the fact that he's learning all 3 styles of karate: Cobra Kai, Eagle Fang, and Miyagi-Do, which is how he's able to fight Robbie on equal footing and, dare we say, as the better fighter. Can we be real for a second, just share that Eli's our favorite, and he'd have wiped the floor with Robbie if the time had run out. For number 2, we have Miguel vs. Robbie talking their feelings out with their fists. How many times have Miguel and Robbie fought each other in the series? We've lost count, but unlike all the previous fights, this one from Season 5's episode, extreme measures proved different, mainly because for once, both characters actually address their problems and issues and get all of the anger out of their system and, also talk it out in between jabs. The fight happens at Johnny's request, what a surprise, after he learns that he's expecting a baby with Carmen and he wishes both of their respective kids, Robbie and Miguel, to end the bad blood between them. It seems to actually be effective. There are several flashback moments throughout the school fight from the Season 2 finale, as well as moments of tension and guilt that both the boys had put. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they're able to finish the feud once and for all. Plus, after the fight, they're shown to be pretty civil with each other, and they're even super supportive of the newest addition to their family. We're sure Robbie and Miguel will make great big brothers. Finally, at number 1 is Daniel versus Silver. The Season 5 finale gave Silver a taste of his own medicine during his fight with Daniel. He tries playing dirty by smashing Daniel with a trophy, but he's taken by surprise because the old Karate Kid sweeps him onto the floor by doing his famous crane kick. The nostalgia. The crane kick marks the end of Terry Silver's reign. He's also later on arrested for a litany of charges. Sweet, sweet revenge. But that's all for now, my friends. Which fight did you think was the best from this season of Cobra Kai? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel with notifications on for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.